Hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a 24-hour reading vlog. It's almost 9 PM and basically at 9 o'clock I'm going to start the 24 hours. I'm going to be sleeping, I'm not going to be staying up all night. I'm not made for that anymore, but I'm basically going to spend 24 hours reading as much as I can. I do have my first 2 books picked out. I also have a book on my Kindle so I can read before bed, and I also have an audiobook on the go already that I'm almost finished, that's a rollover from May. So yeah, this is like 2nd of June. I haven't finished a book yet in June, but I do have 2, 3, 4 rollovers from May that I didn't finish. I started and I didn't finish, so maybe I'll get to those. At least one I'll get to, because that is the audiobook I'm listening to. But essentially I just want to read as many books as possible, get through some of my June TBR. I have got 2 books here from my June TBR that I'm hoping to read within this 24 hours. I'm hoping to finish my audiobook that I should have finished in May. Well, not should have finished in May, you don't ever have to finish a book for a certain time, but would have liked to have finished in May. And then I also have just had a bath and I started a new book on my Kindle whilst I was in the bath, so maybe I'll get a bit more into that as well. But yeah, we're just going to see what the next 24 hours hold and see how much reading we can do. So let's talk about the books. First book I'm going to read, because I think it'll be a really nice and easy read, but we'll also like get a book out the way. Like not out the way as in have one book ticked off already, like have that motivation that like, oh, we've already done one, let's keep going. And that is Princess Ever After by Kay O'Neill. This is a very short, cute looking graphic novel where we've got a princess in a tower, doesn't want to be saved by no prince. Other main character comes along and the princess is like, no, go away you prince, I'm not going to be rescued. And then our other main character is like, I'm not a prince, I'm a princess, let's do this. And it goes from there. I know next to nothing else about it. From the back of it I know that the 2 characters are called Sadie and Amira, but that's about it. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. This is the same author as the Tea Dragon Society graphic novels. There's 3 of those ones in that trilogy, and those are some of my like best graphic novels I've ever read. They're so cute, they're so adorable, they're so nice, they're so heartwarming. I'm hoping I'll get the same or similar vibe from this one. So this is what I'm going to read first. I don't know when I'm going to be checking in. This is just going to be completely like vlog style, seeing where we're going. So I might also start the next book before our next check-in, and that is January 15th. This is a novella, a near future dystopian-esque novella. I think it's definitely near future. I don't really know how dystopian it's going to be. January 15th, the day all Americans receive their annual universal basic income payment. For Hannah, a middle-aged mother, today is the anniversary of the day she took her 2 children and fled her abusive ex-wife. For Janelle, a young broke journalist, today is another mind-numbing day interviewing passerby about the very policy she once opposed. For Olivia, a wealthy college freshman, today is waste day when rich kids across the country compete to see who can most obscenely squander the government's money. For Sarah, a pregnant teen, today is the day she'll journey alongside her sister wives to pick up the payments their community relies on and perhaps embark on a new journey altogether. In this near future science fiction novella by Nebula Award winning author Rachel Swirsky, January 15th is the story of yet another day of the status quo and another chance at making lasting change. So yeah, these are the 2 books I'm starting out with, and as and when I read other books I'll just update. But yeah, I'm going to read this one first, and I'm going to read it, well, no, it's pretty much 9 o'clock, so let's give this a go. Okay, hello. I finished this. It was really good. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I don't think it's the full 5 stars, but it was really good, and for what it was, I think it did everything it set out to do. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It was very cute, it was very cozy, and I thought the messages were good. Honestly, I just wish it was a bit longer. Like, I understand that graphic novels are very short, but it did feel like, you know, not much, but maybe like it was 53 pages total. Maybe if it would have been like 60, I just would have been a bit more like involved, a bit more caring about the characters, whereas it got to the end and I was like, that was lovely, but like didn't really have anything drawing me to the characters. So yeah, just kind of wish we got to know them a little bit better. But yeah, that's book one done. I'm actually going to listen to my audiobook and sort out my statistics for my May reading. Hi, hello, welcome back. I have made my lunch and it's actually 12 o'clock now. I don't know where the morning has gone. I was going to get up and just start reading and I haven't. So my first thing I want to do, well, whilst I'm eating, I'm going to listen to the Books on Bane podcast because that's what I do every Monday lunchtime. But once I've done that, I'm going to go back to my audiobook, The Final Strife. I reckon I've got 2 hours left of the audio, so I think I'm literally just going to get that finished first because I'm really enjoying it. I'm really invested right now and I just don't know how it's going to end. Like, it's one of those where it's like I could make predictions, but I don't think any prediction is more likely than the other. Like, I only think there's 3 or 4 ways that it can go, but I think there's equal chance of that, and like that's so interesting and so like tense to not know. So I do really want to finish that. It's really good. I started it about a week ago now, but I've been really loving it. So yeah, that's the plan. So I finished Final Strife. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I thought it was really good. So obviously I don't think I've spoken about this at all in this video yet, but essentially going into this book, all you know is there's 3 different types of people and you know they're different based on their blood. You have red blood, blue blood and like translucent blood. And 4.5 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. I really want to pick up the next book. Like, it was really good, but I can't give it the full 5 stars. So this is a debut and overall didn't feel like it, but the first like 9-10 chapters felt very debut-y, and like honestly if you'd have asked me in the first 9 chapters like to describe the book, I was like, I'm liking it, but it's just got something about it that it feels like it's going to be like repetitive. It's a lot, but it didn't feel like that in the end. Like, overall it was honestly great. The story went in so many different directions, so many different reveals. I didn't guess anything. I didn't guess anything. None of the reveals I got. Like, it's been so long since that's happened, but like it feels amazing. I feel so invested, and even though I didn't guess anything, it wasn't like a, oh, like that makes no sense, like no one had guessed that. Like, it were things that once they're revealed, it made so much sense. I had a great time and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I wish I could give it the full 5 stars, but it definitely didn't start out as strong as like the rest of the book was, and I don't really understand why. I think it's just something to do with the writing at that start part of it that I just couldn't grasp. But once I was in it, I was so invested. I need to find book 2. I need to get book 2. I need to continue this series. It was really good and I want to know what happens next. So yeah, that's that one. I think I want to pick up January 15th now, but I don't think I'm in the mood. So I don't know. Like, I want to pick this up, but honestly you're sat on top of my pile of books that I need to read this month, and I'm not feeling any of them. I really wanted this 24 hours to be like, get through some of my TBR, get some books off. But I think I might actually go and look at my bookshelves and see what's there, because I just feel like I want something happier. Like, I want something that's going to be happy and easy and nice. So I don't know, I might go and have a look and see what I can see. Okay, I'm back. Also, apologies if you've been able to hear the fan this whole time, because I realised I've had it on and you probably can't hear it a bit, but it's really warm today, so the fan's on. So I'm going to take this down with me. I'm going to take January 15th down with me, because I do want to read it. I just don't think I'm in the mood for, like, I think it's going to be quite hopeless, basically. Like, I don't think it's going to be a very hopeful book, and I just don't know if I'm in the mood for that. I'm also going to take my Kindle down with me if I fancy just a bit of like a gossipy cool time. Like, the book I'm reading on there is just chill. But what I'm really in the mood for is, like, I just feel like I'm in a bit of like a silly goofy mood, and I think this might fulfill that. This is Bargain Bin Rom Com. This is a poetry collection by Lena Norms, and when I picked this up I read the first one and I can remember it feeling very like silly goofy vibes. So I think this might be it. I think I might read this next. From politics to ice cream to the permission slip you didn't know you needed, this is a tongue-in-cheek look at living on a planet that is filled with both doom and glitter. So I think this might fulfill like the vibes of the mood that I'm in today. Then I've also picked up 2 other books from my shelf, and honestly I just don't know what mood I'm in, and I think that's going to be very apparent. So I picked up Fallen. This is a YA series about angels, I think. Yeah, some angels are destined to fall. I think I've read this first book before, but I don't think I ever continued on with the series, and I still own like this and 5 other books in the series. I've never read this like officially, it's not on my Goodreads or anything, but I mean, like, I probably read this when I was like 12 or something. I potentially want to give this a go. Basically, I think the more time passes before I read this, the less chance I have of liking it. And I think this is going to be a very quick, silly little thing. It says, instant, intense, weirdly familiar. The moment Luce looks at Daniel, she knows she's never felt like this before, except she can't shake the feeling that she has. And with him, a boy she doesn't remember ever setting eyes on. Will her attempt to find out why enlighten her or destroy her? Honestly, I could pick this up, absolutely love it. Feel like it's a good old YA that still, you know, feels decent. Or I could hate it and DNF it and unhaul it. But I think I'm kind of in the mood to give it a go. So that's that one. And then I also picked up a non-fiction. This is Feline Philosophy. It's about cats and the meaning of life. And I believe, like, we're literally like looking at cats in this and being like, learn from the cats. The cats know what's going on, I think. Don't know for sure, but I think I'm going to keep this on my desk. Am I even going to be sat at my desk for the rest of today? Am I just going to move downstairs? I don't know, but I'm going to keep this at my desk. If I'm sat here and I just want to read like 4 or 5 pages, I can pick this up and read 4 or 5 pages and keep going. Yeah, I think I'm moving downstairs. I don't know how much more reading I'm going to get done today. It's currently free, so I've got 6 hours until the 24 hours is over. I'd like to finish 1 more book, maybe 2, but who knows. Let's go read. Also, look how cute this cat is. This. I don't know what I'm rating it, to be honest. I'm not sure. all the poems were fine. There was none I didn't like there's none that were bad, but normally a lot more sticks out to me in poetry collections, but normally I only read like super emotional poetry collections, so I don't know if I'm being too harsh that I'm saying like none are sticking out to me, because normally it is like the really emotional ones that do stick out, but I've only tabbed one poem in this like whole collection, so I don't know. And that one I really like. It's Meet Commute on page 33, and I do really like that one. I just normally I'd have quite a few tabs, so yeah, I'm thinking 3.5. like everything was fine, like middle of the road, so that's like a 2.5. There was one that I really liked, so that gives it a bit more, and then like I liked the overall vibe and the way they like went together, like nothing felt jarring or out of place, so like that takes it up a bit more. I'm thinking 3.5 to be honest. Like I think that's probably what I'm gonna say, but yeah, overall it was a really decent poetry collection. Like it was fun and silly and goofy. I think I'm maybe just realising that's not what I personally want from poetry collections. I don't read poetry that often, but I do like, oh, it's making my face very pink, but I do like the super emotional and like the poetry collections that are gonna make you like feel like you've been sucker punched. But yeah, I potentially I just need to pick up only the super like gut wrenching poetry collections. Jay is on his way home and he's going to make tea tonight. I'm just gonna sit here reading. I did read a few pages of this earlier, like literally not many at all. I just read it on my way down whilst I was getting stuff sorted. So when I say not many at all, it's literally 12 pages. So not much, but I thought I was gonna hate it straight away, but it kind of sucked me in. I kind of don't hate it, but I think I'm gonna keep reading it. I don't know. But yeah, I just want a cozy time. I just want a cozy, like, you know, I've already got the blanket over me, a cozy evening of reading, and that is what I think I'm gonna get. Okay, I've just sat down to try and read it again and I'm doing nothing. I've just taken my book. Okay, let's see where I got to. I got to around the 150 page mark, somewhere around there, so like a third of the way in. Yeah, a third of the way in. This has not aged well, and as much as like the main story of our main characters intrigues me, and I feel like reading this series as, you know, like a 12-13 year old, I would have loved it. Like, yeah, that's when I originally got these books. Now as a 27-year-old, I can't see past all of the problematic shit, to be honest. Like, people's gender and gender identity and gender expression is being used as a joke and like something to laugh at, and this has happened multiple times now. And if it was that alone and only maybe once, I maybe would have looked past it, but it's not been once, it's been multiple times, and there's other stuff on top of that. But that's the thing that's really sticking out to me, and I'm not interested enough to keep reading this. I'm interested in the story, but I can find stuff that has been written more recently that is adult rather than young adult and stuff like that I will enjoy more. If I continue with this, I can't see myself giving it more than 2 stars. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it, and I don't think I'd carry on with the series. Like, I don't care. I can put it down easily now and not care. Like, I've taken the bookmark out, I don't care. So yeah, this one's going. And I also get to unhaul the whole series, which is quite satisfying. It's 25 to 9. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be about 7. Okay, so 25 minutes until this like ends. Okay. And I don't know what to read. I guess I can read a little bit of this, or I can just continue on my Kindle book. I'm leaning towards the Kindle book because I've already started it, so yeah. I'm going to keep reading this evening. I'm going to keep reading on my Kindle probably, but I'm not sure 100%. But I'm not going to finish any more books during this video. I've got 20 minutes left now until the 24 hours are up, so we might as well call it here and now. So I read a lovely graphic novel. I finished reading a adult fantasy novel, and I also read and finished a poetry collection. I've made a little bit of progress in my Kindle book, and I have DNF'd a young adult fantasy that I don't want to read any more of. So for 24 hours, I don't feel that bad. I feel like it's been okay. I might do a 24-hour video again this month when I've definitely got like 2 days completely free next to each other, because although I've spent the last 24 hours reading, it hasn't been consistent. I've had other stuff to do throughout. So yeah, I think I'll do that at some point. Maybe not this month, but at some point soon I'll do a 24 hours where like I actually read for the 24 hours, like nothing else, we just read. But yeah, this has been good, this has been fun. I've made progress, it's made me feel positive about the month. It's been a good start to the month. We've had a 4.5, a 4.5 and a 3.5. I'm good with that. That's a good start to the month. That's a good way to keep going, and hopefully we'll have some more amazing reads. I do really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this. If you have any vlogish, bookish vlog ideas for me, let me know down below, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!